For To Kill a Mockingbird, as you read through part one, you're going to be creating a notebook to keep track of your notes and your thoughts and ideas throughout the text. So to start with, you are going to make a little notebook yourself using paper or using iBooks Author. If you're using iBooks Author, you should be figuring it out on your own. It's a program most of you are quite familiar with. If you are somebody who knows that the iPad is a distraction for you generally, I highly recommend that you create a paper notebook. That way you can be more easily taking notes if you are planning on listening to the audio, or just so that you aren't sitting on your iPad, because sometimes that distracts us from our reading. In order to see how to create the notebook, you can click on this video and move on to the next slide. Now, if you watch the video, this should be all explained and you should already be done with step 2 and actually step 3 as well. You can go ahead to step 4. If you chose to kind of wing it, then this is your step 2. Create a table of contents and set it up just like I have it set up in this picture. You don't have to draw the sailboat, although that would be awesome. Want to just highlight here, notice the table of contents is not page 1. It should be the Roman numeral I, because it's not technically part of your content. All right, so part 3. Now you should go through each page and add numbers. Remember, for the table of contents, you were supposed to start with I, so your next page will be page 1. If you have any questions, if you're confused, please see the video or talk to me or check out the example. It'll be sitting at the front of the room on the table next to where the pencil sharpener is and that sort of thing. All right, so if you watch the video, you should be on step 4 right now, which is wonderful, and that's just to start reading. If you want to, I know some of you struggle with just reading because sometimes it puts you to sleep, so check out the audio. It's on BB9. That has me reading and stopping to explain things along the way. If you feel like you're sick of my voice, or if you don't really want to have those explanations, you can go to YouTube. If you just search for To Kill a Mockingbird, there's a version where Sissy Spacek is reading it. She has a way better Southern accent than I do. I will say she speaks a little bit more slowly, so if that's something that bothers you, you might want to check out my version on BB9. Remember, when you are listening to the audio, you should be reading along in the book. That'll be especially important for where you're keeping track of your vocabulary words and any quotations that you find interesting. So remember, do not just listen to it. You have to be reading along with it in your textbook. If you have any questions, make sure you ask me. Otherwise, happy reading!